He's not here. And he's not at the fissure. Let's check the opening of this area just to be sure. Is he around? I mean, I should probably actually check more than just the opening areas of these places. I should probably just investigate like the whole little beach area and stuff. Let's see. Maybe rest as well. You're right. I probably should just sit at a place. Oh, maybe he's up here on the actual top, and maybe I have to talk to him. I will go imbibe Trina again really quickly underneath if like that's what I need to do. Right?
Trina.
What?
Oh, Trina.
Oh, he's here.
What velvety ambrosia is this? Your poison and the sweet sleep that follows. Oh, please, let me hear your voice. Then you too must have paid a visit to St. Trina's garden of deepest purple. I'm drifting off in the sea of her poison. Soon I will hear her voice. Let me be. I won't be long.
Soon I will hear her voice.
Oh, I almost forgot. You mustn't follow my example. St. Trina's poison would plunge you into an eternal slumber. It must be me, and only me. I am gone, adrift in sleep, so that I may hear St. Trina's lost voice. Let me be. I won't be long.
Okay. So he does keep saying we need to, or that he'll hear her voice soon and that we can't follow his example. I'm wondering if we just have to keep, like it's a classic Dark Souls of don't follow my example but do. And it's a covenant action where we're dying, but we're dying right in front of a bonfire. So like, what's the issue? I'm gonna try to talk to him again and see if he gives us anything new or if he has anything to say in between each time.
I am gone, so that I may hear St. Trina's lost voice. Let me be.
Interesting. Is this what Miquella looks like, as an aside? Interesting. Do we just have to keep doing this? His statues are very androgynous. Yeah.
So that I let me be.
Does it ever run out? The nectar? I'm wondering if this is doing something to us. Is it like changing our character's eye color or anything?
Miquella, stop.
Huh?
Turn the
falling into a god.
We're hearing her words now. Don't turn the poor thing into a god.
Why won't you share your voice with
Okay,
me? Grant me more of your poison.
Rishon, you were right.
So I might drift further into sleep. Perhaps then you'll grace me with your voice. Please, leave me alone.
Pass on Saint Trina's words.
I'll thank you not to lie to me. I am the chosen, not you. Only I can doze off in the sea of St. Trina. Why would you hear her voice when I cannot? If you should utter these cruel untruths to me again, I won't be held responsible for my actions.
Fight me, dude.
Please, enough. I cannot believe your cheek. And I will stand for it no longer.
Okay.
I will
never forgive you. Okay. Do we just need to keep imbibing and talking to him? Is that just how... This is probably the end of the quest, right?
Godhood would be Miquella's prison. A caged divinity is beyond saving.
Huh. I don't understand. A caged divinity.
I will never forgive you. For your trespass, you will know my...
Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Yeah, he's a... perfumer. He just rolled in front of me to get backstabbed. Oh! My stamina.
Why did you mislead me? Such strength, but for what?
Saint Trina's smile. Tiolier has died. Talisman depicting smiling Saint Trina. A vision conjured deep within a certain man's heart. Raises attack power when sleep is triggered in the vicinity. Only I am allowed to know of your velvety sweet sleep. Its sweetly gentle embrace, so please smile for me and only me. There's Tiolier.
You. I was no good to anyone. Beginning to end. Weak as a kitten, and thick as two planks. I suppose dying in disgrace is fitting, in a way. Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did St. Trina tell you? Tell me, assuming you spoke, what did...
Is that all I have to say so far? I can't talk to him anymore? I did tell him the truth, though. Do I have to keep talking to Saint Trina? Huh? I'm assuming I just need to keep imbibing and then talk to him in between each imbibe. Rishon says this is a really weird sequence. It's not that strange.
Must kill Miquella. Grant him
I don't know about that. That's wacky as fuck. I don't know. I don't know about that, Trina. Do I have to talk to him now? I think it is just imbibe, talk to him, imbibe, talk to him.
Please. Assuming you... What did...
Pass on St. Trina's words. Okay, that is what I have to do. You have to talk. You have to imbibe and talk and imbibe and talk. And every single time you imbibe and talk, it moves him further and further, I think.
You are a wretched, wretched soul. A nightmare come to plague me. Such a thing could possibly be. Could it? Trina, please let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber. Trina, let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber.
All right, do we get anything else? We can keep doing it, so yeah, let's try it one more time. I have to admit, this is not what I assumed St. Trina would look like.
You must kill Miquella. Grant him
Okay.
forgiveness.
Like all other Dark Souls characters, she is repeating her dialogue now, so we can move on. So, as weird as this sequence seems, it does follow the rules and the logic of the game. Like, we puzzled it out just fine. This only continues to make Miquella a deeply tragic character. I agree. Like, interesting. So she's repeating her dialogue, so we can probably move on. Does he have anything new to say? He does. Okay, but he's repeating himself now too. Okay, so yeah, I think Rishan was right. We imbibe, talk, imbibe, talk, imbibe, talk, imbibe, talk, and then it's over. That's interesting. This does feel like a Covenant action too. It feels like Dark Souls 3 or especially Dark Souls 1 style Covenants. Man, she looks so weird. I wonder if she has a model outside of just like the tree. No, it doesn't really look like she has a body at all in any manner. Like just looking at the inside of it, she just is connected arms, neck, and head down. Magnolium says, really? I think so, right? She's functioning. She's functioning like a Dark Souls character. She says a few things and then begins repeating her dialogue. Let's see. Interesting. I think I'm guessing we skipped part of the quest because we came down here first, and I probably could have moved him after I discovered this place, and there was a moment where I kind of wanted to go back up, but got to the same end, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he just shows up down here no matter what once you find it. That's interesting. She's just a plant. Oh, I meant as in what else were you expecting her to look like? I don't know, just like a girl in a dress in a bed. Like, I wasn't expecting St. Trina's Lily to be quite literal. That's all. That's what I mean. And I expected her to have a body, I guess. I don't know. This music is really good. Interesting. Okay, so we came down here and we did this. Maybe test one more time for repetition. Actually, that's a good call. Rishan says, I did call earlier Trina being abandoned sounded like she'd become autonomous and separate from Miquella. I do think that you called that pretty well. Yeah. This isn't too far from what I imagined. I mean, I figure we were going to find a remnant of her I didn't think she was gonna lay here slain, but like, you know, like corpse asunder, we find her skeleton, right? But I did think that she was going to be, like for all intents and purposes, she's not, yeah, she's just repeating herself. You know, she's not an active god anymore. She has, for all intents and purposes, been sealed down here forever. Her sleep slumber stuff like hardly functions anymore. And the characters have referred to this as like her nectar blood, like the burgeon blood things are here. The nectar blood burgeons are here. So like, this is a slaughter, right? Like this is a bleeding out corpse, basically. Interesting. All right. We did the fissure. I guess there's this area to explore as well. And I guess we can go up here now. Because the game wants us to go up here. Interesting. I guess there's this whole little area down here too. Underneath the bridge, and then down to this weird castle. Huh. Well, that was freaky. I genuinely have no fucking clue what to think of that at all whatsoever. That did not play out the way I expected it to. At all. Just at all. It's interesting that Trina has become entwined with corpses. Like the idea of this like putrescence and the putrescent night, and like her nectar turning black to become eternal slumber, like it become the sleep of death. Like that's kind of cool. I don't know, that's interesting to me. A connoisseur of lore. I don't know, that's neat. I like that. It's really sad. I'm really sad right now. That made me really sad, really deeply sad. Did you ever explore up the stairs from the Dragon Communion area where you fought Dragon Man? You mean like up here? The pillar path? Yeah. We did the whole dragon area and then the whole area up here as well. We did that whole thing. You're gonna need to be more specific. Do you mean the Dragon's Pit terminus, or do you mean the pillar pathway point? Because we came down through here, got to the Dragon's Pit. This is where we fought him the first time, and then this is where we fought him the second time, and I did both. And then this area just leads to the pillar that you can climb on top of, and we could see the whole world from. Man, Saint Trina made me sad. that was sad. I'm really sad now. I'm like actually a little bit sad about it. Like that's really depressing. And that's where Miquella left his love. Like as if Saint Trina was the part of him that could love, period. I guess though that person said it, that ghost said it, that the Saint Trina was the person who could love even the unloved. So maybe that's what Miquella meant by leaving his love. Yeah. That's the pillar pathway point. That's this place. Rishon says, I don't remember the area name that Gracie started out when you fought him for the first time. I think there was also a path leading up to what looked like to be an altar. Yeah, so like there's this, and then you go up here and it leads to the big pillar. The area where he was is right down here. And then there was a guy that was sitting right there that was like sobbing that just disappeared, and I don't know where he is anymore. And then this area on its own just leads directly to the dragon area. I wonder where that diva went. He's probably on the mountain now. But yeah, up there is just the pillar. Up here is just the pillar where we can see the whole world. And then there was like a grave bird item over here. But yeah, we went all over this place. As I interpret it, he's leaving behind parts of his identity on his journey to become God. Yeah, I mean, it is definitely parts of his identity that he's leaving behind and casting aside for the sake of like this, what he perceives to be like a greater good type thing. And it is really sad, but it's also sad because like he is giving up like parts of his ideals as part of this journey. Like he's doing this all for the sake of the unloved, right? And then he realizes that like in order to save the unloved, I have to not actually care about them. Like the love I have for them has outlived its purpose, and now it's time for me to move on to like a greater version of godhood. And like when Trina says like a caged divinity, I think she's saying like to become a god means to distance oneself from like a person, like your personhood, right? Like Miquella he feels pain, and he feels sadness, and he feels for people, and that's what gives him his strength and like his, like the thing that makes people love Miquella and think that he's kind and stuff isn't his ability to become a god. It's the fact that he is the Empyrean who loved those who were unloved and like fought for those that weren't fought for. Sorry, I'm just looking down at the map and making sure I understand what I'm looking at. And you know, he's the one that fought for the people who weren't fought for and all that. And like, that's what made people like him. So when Trina says like a caged divinity, it can't be free, can't do what they set out to do. Like, I think that's what she's saying is like, when you, those things, the things that he is giving up in order to achieve godhood, to achieve his goals, aren't burdens. They're not the things you throw away. They are more important than the goals, because the idea of like those feelings, that love, that sight that you have, the ability that lets you love the unloved isn't something to toss away. It's the whole point. And if you can't achieve godhood without tossing those things away, then you don't need to become a god, or like you shouldn't become a god. And yeah, the part of him that's left behind is convinced he'll regret it, which is never a good sign. Yeah, exactly. That's very depressing. That's very sad. I'm very sad about this. Guys, that's actually really deeply sad. But like, also it's interesting. Like, I want to see if Miquella makes it. I want to see if he achieves godhood and like does this stuff, right? It's very interesting and strange. It's, I don't know, it's just really interesting. That's my best take on it right now. It's very interesting. I think that Miquella, it's like This is a thing that I think happens to people. Like, I think maybe I'm just reading it through like this very modern lens because it's a story that's like Elden Ring is very explicitly about like a lot of topical ideas right now. They're topical ideas always, but especially right now, like topics in the modern consciousness and in the zeitgeist. And like, I mean, America is Radigan, right? Like that's like a gender thing inherently. Like there's just no getting around it. That's discussing something to do with that. And it's discussing how like myths also play with like sex and sexuality and gender and stuff like that. And like identity and the expression of gods in their personhood is like really interesting. And that's like one of the things that this game really likes to toy with. And what's interesting here is that reading into a lot of that stuff from this modern context, Miquella is like this forever young twink that makes people love him and is like simultaneously a mastermind and the most innocent character. There's so much going on there with this idea of like a like saint character while also like a Satan character, like a devil. Sorry for the detour to the place you'd already done and I just missed. Oh, it's fine. I don't care. That's all right. I'm on autopilot. Like the actual game that's happening in front of me right now is totally irrelevant to the conversation that I'm having. So it's like, it's okay. I'm not concerned. What? I was in the spirit spring. Rishan says it's also playing with how myths get warped over time. We've gotten at least 3 mutually exclusive explanations for the origins of the warrior jars. Have we gotten them? Because I haven't felt that they're mutually exclusive. I felt like we got one origin and then we got the evolution of how those things broke. I mean, I think that that is true. We are getting that. But like also I think that we're seeing aspects of the truth here. My big thing is like with Miquella specifically. Miquella is telling people he's the naive, innocent, and he's acting this way too. He's the naive, innocent, beautiful, forever young, unbesmirched, unalloyed gold. Prisoners, honored saints, and great warriors. I don't think that those are mutually exclusive. So I think what happened was the story of the warrior jars, as far as I can tell, is the scorched village happens and the first potentate realizes there is a grudge in the people that have been, like the bodies of the people that have been wronged can be a curse. He puts a bunch of those things inside the pots. They become warrior jars and they're useful on the front lines. But then the war starts to go poorly and they start telling people who they've imprisoned, as atonement for your crimes, it's time for you to become a warrior jar. And it's like this mess of hatred and horrible emotions and these ideas that are like slowly changing. And then all of a sudden the warrior jars like become this group of people that are now ruled entirely by their potentates. And like those ideas are suddenly changing and like what the warrior jars is changing because over time this like religious anger and this oppressed anger is being co-opted for the sake of a war machine. And this actually gets to what I was just talking about, which is like Miquella the kindly Miquella, tender Miquella, Miquella the golden, Miquella the unalloyed. These ideas of who Miquella was and like his kindness become warped by the needs of the story and of the narrative that is unfolding around him. I did miss something in the first frozen jail I went to. Which one? The Belarut jail? I'll go back. You don't need to. It's okay. You don't need to apologize for backseating. It's not a problem. If there's something cool I missed, you can be like, hey, I think you missed something. What I don't need is step-by-step directions. That's all I'm saying. If I missed something in the jail, are you talking about in the Belurat jail down here? Belurat jail? If so, we can go back. I can grab stuff. Because I wasn't really exploring down there very deeply. Okay, yeah, I'll go back there in a minute. I want to see what's going on here. Dragons fighting each other? What the fuck? I'm not fighting two dragons at the same time. That shit ain't happening. What is going on? Why are they like... They're attacking each other, but not actually doing damage to each other? I mean, they are, but this dragon has a lot of health. Holy smokes. Well, while they fight, let's talk. So, I think the thing with Miquella, too, is like this idea of... Like, it's really hard for me to understand what's being said, not in a, like, I'm sus of it way, but in a, like, it's really interesting, the narrative being woven here of, like, Miquella, this beautiful, ephemeral, gender non-conforming twink, is actually the mastermind, but is also all of the naive things. And it's like, is it saying that these kinds of people and these kinds of ideas are duplicitous? I don't think so, because it's also approaching these people and like Miquella's like gender non-conformity and stuff from like this very honest and sincere perspective of like Miquella experimented with being Saint Trina and like gave people what they needed and like leaned into this aspect of himself, and now is moving on from it. Gender is fluid. Like the role that you will live in your life is very fluid. It will change over time. And like that's intriguing. But like, how do you square that with the Miquella that is a mastermind that misled Moog and let the bloody fingers continue to be what they are, you know? How do you square those two things with each other? Because I don't know what that's saying yet, and I need to see more of Miquella to know. Holy fuck. This is gonna obliterate my mimic tier. But you know what I mean? Like that's... I don't know. That's the stuff that I've been thinking about. Is like, how do you square the circle on some of these ideas that have been associated with Miquella? Okay, I don't need to worry about a shockwave. So this is just a regular dragon fight. Nope, I do have to worry about some kind of shockwave. Okay. Get donked on, stupid dragon. Oh, I tried to roll and missed. It's kind of unfortunate that we have a second dragon fight where the smart move is to stand there and wait for it to finish fighting something else first. Yeah. Rishan says, it does also occur to me that the quest for purity to achieve godhood is the unfortunate logical extreme of Miquella the Unalloyed. Yeah, for real. They're just playing around, just a couple of pals. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas in my head about this, and I don't know how I feel about it. But the thing is that, like, again, this is fiction. So if it does come to the conclusion that, like, Miquella was right to cast aside everything and his self-sacrifice is warranted and valuable, like, that's cool. Like, that's whatever. It doesn't have to say something about, it doesn't need to be applicable to real life. These are gods. It's like a myth, you know? Like, it's a living myth that we're watching. But it is interesting to see these ideas manifest in this way, because Miquella is such a, like, he's the character that is just completely bound people's attention since the start of the game. He wasn't even in the base game. He, like, wasn't there, and people still were obsessed with him, you know? So Miquella's just very sad. And it's interesting to see a character go down this path, this, like, pipeline that is, like, damaging himself simultaneously as it is, like, doing, like, essentially ascending him to godhood. Like, the inherent idea that godhood is negative is interesting, or, like, dangerous. I don't know. I do like it. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that the dragons are fighting. It is a lot. They have a pretty limited moveset, so it really is just about killing them and getting their hearts and eating them. I don't think they're super dangerous. I mean, this one will kill me in a single actual head bite, but that's fine. It's okay. Fuck him up, fire dragon. Come on, do it. You can do it. Yeah. Just dodge every attack. You can live. You have one more hit of life left. You can hit him. Nope. All right. All right. Time to fight this fucker. How did my guy just bleed the dragon that quickly? That was weird. He did a bunch of damage. I cannot see the dragon, which is a problem. Hide behind the rocks. Nope. I'm really not doing damage all of a sudden for some reason. That's okay. Uh-oh. My chat died. I'll need to look at that in a minute. Oh, I iframed. Okay. I don't know why it does that sometimes. I'm not doing as well this time. I keep missing. Oh, ouch. Okay. Damn it. Come on. Mimic tier, you can do this. There we go. Oh, fuck. There we go. All right, we beat him. Great enemy felled. Yay. Dragon heart, dragon scale flesh. We didn't get a bale heart or anything. Huh?
Warrior true, if ever one there was. A fellow Drake warrior. Egon. Piteous Egon. Do you not remember? Conjure your past. How once you were. When fear was yet foreign to you.
Is that him? It is. It's the diva from the road. I think he's wearing an outfit that's cut content, technically. Or that was.
Drake warrior. Dear friend, grant me this one wish. Take this finger, my finger. Scale the jagged peak. Face Bale the dread, and when you do, summon me. Summon my soul. My limbs are limbs no more. My heart is twice over filled with fear. But a Drake warrior I remain, and my soul yet lies on the mountain.
Egon's furled finger.
Proud Drake warrior, I beg of you, scale the jagged peak, face summon me.
Okay, so how do we use that then? Furled finger of Egon, the broken Drake warrior, gnarled and knotty. It's deeply discolored on the inside. When facing Bale the Dread, this summons Drake warrior Egon from his sign. My soul yet lies on the mountain. I'm gonna put that on my quick bar so that we have it ready to us, available for us if we need it. Can I not put it on my bar? I don't think I can. I was sure you'd have to do the Dragon Communion thing for this guy when he started laughing. Yeah, it definitely had a little bit of that feeling. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if I didn't get a second Drake heart there because I didn't kill that dragon. I let the other one kill it. I wonder if it'll respawn. And yeah, chat is back now. It just like blipped from my screen for a moment and I had no idea what it was up. Red Fulgur Bloom. Interesting. What is this place? I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing around, but I'll come back through and look at it. Oh, I had the good sense to not get Mount Gorond right here. That's what we're playing. Ooh, Erdtree fragment. Love that. We're playing Ocarina of Time right now. If there are deer here, it's probably safe. Yeah, interesting. Okay. This is neat. Oh, I'm deep in the mountain. I'm very deep in here. This is gonna be like the Dark Souls 2 Ancient Dragon fight, isn't it? Oh, motherfucker. Oh, fuck. We don't have... I don't have... No, do not open. I don't have a Site of Grace here. There is no Site of Grace here. The Site of Grace is super far away. Did I miss one by Egon? Because I don't want to have to go all the way up again. Every time I die here, I don't want to have to come back up. Because my guess is fighting that thing is going to be a gigantic pain in the dick. I think that this is interesting. This is a very organic way to include more Dragon Covenant stuff into Elden Ring. Like, generally, the Dragon Covenant stuff in Souls games is just, like, very... I don't want to say overlooked, but just, like... It's, like, a neat afterthought, right? And it definitely still feels... I don't know. Maybe not, like, an afterthought, but, like... It's very supplemental, right? It's like a cute secondary thing to do. Foot of the Jagged Peak. All right, let's look for a Site of Grace because I do not see one, and it would be very helpful if there was one right around here that we just simply missed. Is there really no Site of Grace here? Wow. Holy smokes. That's kind of crazy, right? That's kind of whack. Maybe it's over here. I'm gonna laugh out loud if there just isn't one. And we are, yeah. We have to trek the whole damn way up the mountain anytime we want to fight that dragon. I guess it gives us time to... I don't know, fulminate on our losses? I have no idea. That's crazy. That wasn't even... That's nuts. Let's go check out Bellarat again really quick, the jail. See if what that thing that we missed